Now is 10:20. We're having a nice view of Messier 100, which I consider one of the faintest of the Messier galaxies. We're going to launch right in to the NGC 3850 series because things are getting pretty close to culminating, and I'm going to miss them out. I'm going to miss the more northern studies if that's an issue. So let me go ahead and head off to NGC 3851 after this quick view of Messier 100 and neighbor. NGC 3851 is a galaxy. I think it's near that galaxy group we saw in the last series. In Leo, magnitude 15.2, so it's going to be quite faint. I'm just going to frame them all up and we'll have to pick it out. 0.3 by 0.2 arc-minute elliptical, so very bright core. This one kind of qualifies here. 294 million light years distant. No quotes on size tonight. I'm very cold. I got to get through this quick. RA is 11:44:20. Declination plus 19 degrees, 58 minutes, 50 seconds. Skipped over 3852. We had seen it in the last series. We're off to NGC 3853. It's a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.4, 1.6 by 1 arc-minute, elliptical, 153 million light years. RA 11:44:28, declination plus 16, 33:28. NGC 3854 is quite apparent, a diffuse galaxy in the field of view. There's another one there. It's in Crater, galaxy NGC 3865 as well. Magnitude 12, 2.1 by 1.5 arc-minute. Spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 255 million light years. Right ascension 11:44:51. Declination minus 9, 13:59. Here's the view with 6 stacks as we navigate. 3855, galaxy in Ursa Majoris, very faint, magnitude 15.6, probably more like 14 or so. 1.2 by 0.9 arc-minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, so maybe around 14.8, 419 million light years. RA 11:44:25, declination plus 33, 21, and 19. And here we have our 6 stacks of the previous galaxy. NGC 3857 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 14.1. Lenticular spiral, 1 by 0.6 arc-minutes, 284 million light years. RA 11:44:50 with a declination of plus 19, 31:57. And here we have our 6th stack. NGC 3858 is also 3866, galaxy in Crater. Magnitude 14, 1.4 by 0.8, spiral with lowercase a, 256 million light years distant. RA 11:45:11 with a declination of minus 9, 18, and 51. Let's see where we are in our magnification. We were at 105x. I'm going to give it a break till we get a few more stacks. And we should be having 6 stacks as I speak. NGC 3859, galaxy Leo, magnitude 14.1, 1.2 by 0.3 arc-minutes. Should be easy enough to pick out. And there it is in the middle of the field. It's an irregular galaxy, 247 million light years distant. RA 11:44:52, declination plus 19, 27, and 15. And here we should have our 6th stack. There should also be an NGC 3860A galaxy in Leo in this field, magnitude 14.5, 1 by 0.6, but I'm going to check to make sure we actually went to it. And that we did. Now, where the galaxy is located, I'm not sure. AdventuresInDeepSpace.com. It's magnitude 14.5, 1 by 0.6, spiral with a lowercase ab, 259 million light years distant, RA 11:44:49, declination 19:47:40 in the northerly direction. Okay, without navigating, there's also a 3860b Galaxy Leo, magnitude 15, 5.4 by 0.4 compact, 381 million light years distant. I think the distances are different on those, but I'm not sure. RA 114447 with a declination of plus 194624. There was also a nearby NGC 3861A Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 14, 2.3 by 1.3 arc minutes, spiral with a bar and a ring. So let's push it up, get that annular look. We're at RA, it's 225 million light years distant, RA 114503, declination plus 1958 and 26. And there was also an NGC 3861b Galaxy Leo, magnitude 15, 0.6 by 0.2 arc minutes. Maybe that one. What are we operating at here? Oh, we were at 150x. Okay. Spiral with a lowercase bc, 0.6 by 0.2, 244 million light years, RA 114507, declination plus 1957.59. We also have a 3862, but it was a few more clicks away. The Galaxy Leo, magnitude 12.7, 1.5 by 1.5 elliptical, 294 million light years, RA 114505, declination plus 1936 and 21. And we should be getting our 6th stack, and we just did. NGC 3863 is a galaxy in Virgo, and I believe it's that edge on right there. Let's look at the information. Yes, indeed, magnitude 12.9, 2.8 by 0.6, spiral with a lowercase bc, 204 million light years distant, RA 114505 with a declination of plus 8, 2807. And it is worthy of taking it all the way up to 150x. And we've just got our 6th stack. Stars looking pretty good out there. NGC 3864 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 14.1, 0.9 by 0.7. It's simply described as a disturbed elliptical, a lowercase de, 311 million light years distant. Light ascension 114515, declination plus 19, 23, and 30. Let's let the stacks accumulate as I look for our next study. 3865 is also 3854, which we've already covered. And moving on, 3866 was also 3858. Nice to have some duplicates because it's very cold out. 3867 is a unique NGC entry. NGC 3867 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.2, 1.5 by 0.6 arc minutes, a spiral with a ring, 336 million light years distant, RA 114529, declination plus 19, 23, and 59. Let's go ahead and run it up to, if I can get my hands to work, to 150x and see if we can't make out any sense of a frontier. Yes, we can. The annularity is visible as the clear demarcation between space and the frontier of the galaxy. NGC 3868 was pretty close to the last one. I believe it was 67. And this particular galaxy is probably an elliptical. It's just called a spiral. In Leo, 14.3, 0.8 by 0.3 arc minute spiral, 296 million light years, RA 114529, declination plus 19, 26, and 40. Let's push the magnification up before we head out. NGC 3869 is quite apparent in the field. If that's our study, let's drop it back down to 105x. Galaxy Leo 12.8, magnitude 1.9 by 0.5. Yep. Spiral with a lowercase a, check that one off. 138 million light years. RA 114545 with a declination of plus 10 degrees, 49 minutes, and 27 seconds. Let's see if we can get our 6 stack in and then head out. It seems to be stalling on the stacks. One moment, please. Okay, we're starting to run into some issues with the roof try. That's what's causing the stalls. Galaxy in Ursa Majoris, NGC 3871, magnitude 15.4, 1 by 0.2 arc minutes in size, 441 million light years distant, RA 114610 with a declination of plus 3306, 31. It looks like we're going to lose anything much north of 25 degrees this evening, but there's a view of several galaxies in the field. NGC 3872 is that bright galaxy in the middle of the field. Great go-to tonight since I leveled the scope according to behavior rather than the bubble levels on the base plate. Galaxy Leo, magnitude 11.7, 2.3 by 1.7 arc minute, elliptical, 143 million light years distant, RA 1145.49, declination plus 1345.59 seconds. NGC 3873, Galaxy in Leo. Not the edge on. Magnitude 12.9, 1.5 by 1.3 elliptical, 247 million light years distant, RA 1145.46, declination plus 1946 and 24. Let me get a few more stacks. We now have our 6 stack view. I believe it was 3874 or 73. NGC 3875 is paired with NGC 3873. It's a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.9, and you'd expect that its aspect ratio would be broad, 1 by 0.3, spiral lowercase a, 318 million light years distant, RA 1145.49 with a declination of plus 19 degrees 46 minutes, and we've gotten 13 stacks of the pair. NGC 3876, Galaxy Virgo, magnitude 12.8, 1.1 by 0.7, spiral with a lowercase ab, 126 million light years distant, RA 1145.26, declination plus 909.39. And now we're getting our 6th stack view of the previous galaxy. I'm going on to 3878 in Ursa Majoris next. We're getting nothing of NGC 3878. It's too far north. Galaxy in Ursa Majoris, magnitude, here we go, 15.5, 0.5 by 0.5 elliptical. The galaxy is getting washed out by a lot of reflected light off a roof try. However, we can make some stuff out. Wouldn't expect to see a 15.5 under these conditions. RA 1146.17 with a declination of plus 33 degrees, 12 minutes and 15 seconds. And here's our 6 stack view, not that it really matters. NGC 3880 shares the same field of view. Why don't we push it up a little bit? 150x, frame all these galaxies. As I go on to my next study, let's see if we get a few more stacks and maybe make a little bit more out. There is another galaxy potentially in the same field of view. Let me press the Go To button and we can hear it click. Just one click, and we're off to NGC 3881. I'll get you the data as it accumulates. 3881. Now I've got 13 stacks. We haven't rejected any of them, but we're getting washed out by reflected light. 3881, Galaxy Ursa Majoris, magnitude 15.2, 0.7 by 0.7. Spiral with a lowercase a, brightest core, 429 million light years distant, way out there. RA 1146.34, declination plus 3306.22. We're now having a look at palindromatic galaxy. NGC, wait for it, 3883. All right. Several galaxies in the field. This one's magnitude 12.6, 2.8 by 2.3 arc minute. Spiral with a lowercase b, 319 million light years. RA 1146.47, declination plus 20, 40, 32. We got 4 stacks. I'll give it a few more before launching to the next study. Okay, we're now up to 6 stacks, and we're off to NGC 3884. which could be in the same field. Oh. NGC 3884, galaxy Leo, magnitude 12.6, 2.1 by 1.4, spiral lowercase a, and an annularity. So we'll push it right up. Look for that frontier, which is quite apparent. 315 million light years distant, RA 114612, declination plus 20, 23, 28. Let me go ahead and get a few more stacks. For whatever reasons, it's stalling. We only get 4 stacks. We're going off to NGC 3885, a galaxy in Hydra now, the furthest south galaxy of the evening. NGC 3885 is near that power line diffraction bar, but magnification has taken it out of the field of view. Let's want to push it up to 150x. It's a galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 11.9, looking nice and bright for minus 27 degrees, 55 minutes, 20 seconds. 2.7 by 1 arc minute, spiral with a bar lenticular A, 85 million light years distant. RA 114646 with a declination of minus 27 degrees, 55 minutes and 20 seconds. We've gotten 4 stacks. Let's see if we can get some more. Okay, 6 stacks now. Where are we at magnification-wise? We are at 150. Let's drop it back down to 105x. And that is a fairly decent view for minus 28, almost 28 degrees in declination. NGC 3886 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.1, 1.2 by 0.9, lenticular spiral, 262 million light years distant. RA 114705, declination plus 1950, 13. We're getting some roof tri-luminosity on this galaxy. Let's see where we're at in magnification. Let's push it up to 150x and then bail. NGC 3887 is a kind of faintish galaxy in Crater. Quite bright, magnitude 10.6, 3.5 by 2.7 arc minute, spiral with a bar lowercase bc. 56 million light years distant, RA 114704. Declination minus 16, 51, and 16. It's got quite a frontier on it, doesn't it? Let's push it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and search for our next study as we accumulate a few more stacks. Our next galaxy is 383888, but it's too far north, 55 degrees. It's in Ursa Majoris. After that, there's another one too far north, and I'm all for these given as cold as I am right now. Then there's one in Draco, plus 74 degrees. It's NGC 3890. It's also 3939. There's another one at 30 degrees north in Ursa Majoris. We should go there, but there will be some roof tri-reflection or blockage. Let's go there next, however. Great view of that previous galaxy, whatever number it was, because it ain't sticking with me. And yes, indeed, we are getting lots of reflection off the roof tri for NGC 3891. It's a galaxy in Ursa Majoris, magnitude 12.4, 2 by 1.7, spiral with a lowercase bc, 285 million light years, RA 114803, declination plus 30 degrees, 21 minutes and 33 seconds. Fortunately, this one's further south. It's quite bright. NGC 3892, galaxy in Crater. Magnitude 11.5, 3.1 by 2.3 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lenticular A. 74 million light years, RA 114801, declination minus 10, 57 and 46 seconds. Pause and let it accumulate some stacks. And there is our 6 stack, and I did boost it up, I believe, to 150x. That indeed. Let's drop it back down to 105. The next 4 or 5 galaxies were all too far north. The next one we're going to land on is NGC 3897, but it's also going to be blocked and have reflected light from a roof tri. Okay, we're getting nothing from NGC 3897, galaxy in Ursa Majoris, magnitude 12.9, 1.9 by 1.9 arc minutes. RA 114859 with a declination of plus 35 degrees and 56 seconds. It took an awful lot of scans before it just showed us this reflected light off the roof tri here. Let's go ahead and run the magnification up on it. Maybe we'll just maybe make out something vaguely in the field of view. NGC 3897, all we get is the data on this. TheSkyLive.com will give you a nice image, and if you want a verbal description, go to AdventuresInDeepSpace.com. NGC 3899 is suffering from roof tri reflection and possibly some aperture blocking. It's a galaxy in Leo. It's also 3912, so we'll get another chance to see this one in the next century. Of 100 NGCs, magnitude 12.4, 1.5 by 0.9 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 79 million light years distant with an RA of 1150.04, declination of a mere plus 26 degrees, 28 minutes, 47 seconds. All of these studies are culminating or post-culminating, which is why we are getting our reflected light and obstructions. We're now about 21 minutes into this video. I raced through it. I'll see if we can get one final view of something worthwhile before I say those two words in concatenation. Okay, it is now 10:08. And we are looking at towards the core of the Coma Virgo filamentary extension of galaxies that runs in some kind of supercluster of galaxies. Even the Coma Virgo group has 2,000 galaxies in it. I've given you images of this before. What I'm going to do is let's do some zoomage and let's try some other exposure times. But there are a nice series of really nice galaxies, ellipticals and edge-ons and small chord SBC types that look more like our own Milky Way with some other edge-ons. This one is kind of similar, but maybe a little larger than Messier 31 at the same distance. I believe these galaxies are roughly about 60 million light years distant. Let's go ahead and fully frame all of them at 100. What magnification was that? Hold on. At 40%, which is basically 60x, and we're getting maybe a 35-degree field of view. Let's give it a shot and see what we can do in terms of longer exposure times. I am really quaking and shaking out here, but this is inspiring enough to stick with it. Okay, folks, it's failing to stack at 30-second exposure. Why don't we drop it down to 10? I did put a new software patch in and haven't seen this behavior before. It could be some resource issues with the laptop. I am not sure, but let's drop back to 10-second exposure time. And pausing once again. Okay, we got our first stack at 10 seconds, so that seems to be working fine. Let's get a couple more stacks. I'm going to pause and wait for it. We're at 29 minutes in. We'll give it another minute before I bail for the evening. Okay, it now says we had 6 stacks at 10 seconds, but I didn't really see any increase in the brightness of the image and the darkness of the background. But I'm going to go ahead and give it one more shot at 30 seconds exposure. Okay, diving back down into 10 seconds, I got nothing at 30. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but let's go ahead and, I noticed there was another galaxy there. Let's frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 galaxies at least that are quickly, that may be the 9th. And as we get our third stack, 24 minutes and 45 seconds in, we are going to say, come on, brighten up. See, it didn't improve it much at all, did it? Carpe Noctem.